Okay, welcome back to another episode of High Rated Edison. Today we have Spore XD on 848 versus Flashy on 1215. Just before we get into this, so Spore is just outside of the top 200, Flashy is deep into the top 100, but this game isn't one I've taken from ladder. This is actually the top 4 match from the recent Deck Devastators event that went on. So I think that was 7 or 8 rounds of Swiss and then cut to either top 8 or top 16. I'm not entirely sure. I think it was top 16 it cut to. But these duelists have played a significant number of rounds to get through to this. I actually know who wins, obviously, because this tournament's already happened, and I was on there looking for deck lists. But one of the duelists has reached out to me and provided me all their replays from that event. So I'm going through and I'm just picking a few ones towards the end of the event to showcase. I'm definitely going to do top 4 in the finals. I might do another one a bit later down the line as well. But this is the top 4 match. So opening hands are Raikou, D-Prison, Dark Armed, Necro and Chaos Orc, Lone Fire, Gigaplant, 2 Miracle Fert, Wind Blast and Supervise. So we can see that this is Vayu probably versus Gigavise, and the reason I wanted to feature this one is it's always really hard to find good Gigavise replays, but it's also really pivotal match for both of these duelists after what sounds like quite a long tournament. So let's see how it goes. I'm going to start with Lone Fire for Lone Fire. Yeah, I don't love this. I've done so much yapping already so far in this video, but just briefly, Lone Fire for Lone Fire never feels good. Most Gigavise decks are either playing Super Solar Nutrient or UFOta or Damage Condenser or something to like cheat out another Lone Fire later on in the game. You only have 2. Game 1, I don't think you need to be playing around Crow. I know we see Crow in the main deck every now and then. I just don't think you need to be playing around it. And actually, I think you'd rather just have a Lone Fire in deck for later on in the game. Obviously, hindsight's 2020. We can see that they didn't have the Crow. Supervise, going to equip to Gigaplant now. Gigaplant effect to bring out Lone Fire. Lone Fire for Copy Plant. This is going to make Power Tool. Yep, Power Tool. Supervise effect going to bring back the Gigaplant. Power Tool effect. Supervise, and Mark. Does 66.6% round up 100% of the time. I'm going to say yes this time. I think it will. And it does. Okay, nice. Second Supervise coming down now on the Gigaplant. Bring out the Lone Fire for Titanial. Yep. Yes, this is exactly what you want if you're Gigavise. This is the board you want to be setting up most turn 1s. And you've got Wind Blast with a discard Gigaplant and 2 Miracle Fert. Yeah. And maybe the 2 Miracle Fert is why they felt comfortable going through both Lone Fire, protecting the combo a bit more, on the basis that they could probably get at least one of them back later. Passing over now. So Flashy join into MST. Oh, this is rough. Going to set the Raikou, set the MST, set the D-Prison. Wind Blast going to go off now, pitching the Gigaplant and putting back. That was the D-Prison. Yeah, D-Prison. Passing over, join down to line for turn. Power Tool, going to see Mark, Supervise. I don't think 33.3% rounds up. And it doesn't. Okay, we're 2 for 2 so far on the Power Tool calls. Picks up Mark now. Gigaplant, going to bring out Lone Fire. Going to bring out Nettles. Yeah, this is probably Stardust now with the Gigaplant. Yeah, bring out Gigaplant. Still not used their normal summon yet, so they can still Miracle Fert or Gemini summon the Gigaplant. Okay, so they're going to Gemini summon the Gigaplant now. That's going to bring out the other Gigaplant, and this is just game, right? Yeah, Raikou can't pop, and they've got the Necro Gardener in hand, so they couldn't even just mill it. So Gigaplant going in, Raikou going to attempt to target the Stardust, Titanial gonna negate that by tributing the Gigaplant that's just attacked, and then it's Gigaplant to the face, Power Tool, Stardust, and Titanium. Okay. Yeah, Gigavise doing Gigavise things. I think the deck is crazy when it gets to go off like that, but It's also a little bit surprising whenever you see one this deep into a tournament, because they normally brick their way out. So game 2, Flashy going to get to go first. Opening hands are Supervise, Mark, Copy Plant, Trap Stun, and Mark. Dyna, Raikou, Vortex, Mirror Force, Burial, and Return. Okay, gonna have to do some good milling. So Flashy going to set the Raikou, set the Mirror Force, and pass. Which wasn't a Breaker. Yeah, Breaker is such a house coming out of the side deck for Gigavise, just because it can really clear the way for you to then like make, you know, full combo plays next time. And they're only one card off. So Breaker coming down now. This is going to clean up the whole field. So going to get rid of the Mirror Force, then going to get rid of the Raikou. You are going to lose the Breaker, and your opponent's going to get 3 mills. But when they're milling like that, you're probably okay with it. So mills Charge, Armonite, and Greffa. Those are some awful mills. I guess the 2 darks are putting you on, you know, a bit closer to Dad. Just notice we're seeing some big names in the chat here. 808, Cold Madness, G Nasty, I'm Nerd. So Fraser's watching this. Janucci, yeah, lots of people we've featured on the channel before. So pick up his Card Trooper. Let's start with Card Trooper. Can we mill good this time? Absolutely not. Jesus. Braincon, Oppression, Bottomless are the mills there. That is terrible. Going to get him for 19 now though. That's going to feel good. Set the Return and pass. Okay, Gigavise drawing into D Prison. They need to be drawn into Lone Fire. So sets Copy Plant, still has Trap Stun, and sets the D Prison. This is the return on this side. So draws Vayu. Oh, that's rough. That's really rough. After just milling 6 cards, you draw the Vayu. Feels okay because you've got like Lightning Vortex and stuff to get it out of hand. But yeah, not great. Okay, so Card Trooper goes off. That actually hits a Sirocco, which is nice. And another Dark. So if they are oversubscribed on Dad, but they could get that down with a Vayu if they did draw into Dad. Fossil Diner coming down now. Yeah, that is a bit of kryptonite for Gigavise, so I think they'll be D-Prison in this. No, they are just going to take the damage. Okay, yeah. I guess they've got Mark. Yeah, I guess they've got Mark, and then they can play in main phase 2. So Spore picking up Crow off the top, so they're going to go with Mark for Copy Plant, take the Card Trooper, try and mill their way out of it. Mills Gigaplant, which is good. Gigaplant, Mirror Force, Gold Sark. Probably didn't want to see the Gigaplant, so that's okay. Going to get over the Fossil Diner now. Yeah, that's nice. Send the Card Trooper back and then turn. Draws into Gale. Okay, Card Trooper going to go off now. Mills Dust Tornado, Fossil Diner, Allure. That is 8 out of 9 misses, and the one hit was the Sirocco. That is rough. Okay. So, going to summon out the Gale now. Okay, yeah, actually, this is good. Use both of those for a Brio. You can get the Vayu out of hand, and you can clean up both back row. They have got the Crow for the Vayu when it does come down though. Okay, let's just see how it plays out. So they're going to call Prio on the Brio. They're going to get rid of the Vayu. Target the middle one. Yeah, a bit unfortunate. That's the Trap Stun. They're going to have to discard another card if they want to get rid of the actual threat. They're thinking about it. Yeah, I was going to say they're almost definitely going to do it, right? Yeah, so discarding the Lightning Vortex now. Vayu, yeah, going to get met with Crow. They have the Return and the Burial though, so this is over, right? So Vayu, Burial puts back. Yeah, they go. Sirocco, Vayu for Armswing. Yeah, I mean, I do it in battle phase, but yeah, fine. Brings back the Return. Oh no, actually, yeah, this is even better because this plays around Gauze now. So they do this in main phase. They can pump one of the Blackwings and it's enough, right? That's 43, 51. Yeah, no, this is way better. So yeah, even playing around Gauze, getting in with the very big Vayu for 51. Yeah, wow, what a clean up from Flashy. Really nice. So game 3 now. Gigavise is going to get to start though, which is scary. So opening hands is Gale, Sirocco, Solemn, Sirocco, and Armonite. Not a great start for Flashy. 2 upstarts, 2 Gigaplant. Well, that's terrible. Breaker and Trap Stun. Okay, actually, yeah, when Gigavise draws like this, not so scary. Upstart goes into a Supervise though. Other upstart goes into a UFO Turtle. Yeah, so they are on another kind of Lone Fire cheat package. So they're on UFO Turtle. If you've not read UFO Turtle before, I think this is not really in Gigavise anymore. Obviously Spore still sees the value, but a lot of the Gigavise players don't. I know Dionysus has pretty much dropped this. Most of the lists you see don't have it in regularly, but UFO Turtle, it's a level 4 fire machine monster, which is sometimes relevant with Cyber Dragon. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 fire monster with 1500 or less attack from your deck in attack position. So the idea is that you'll probably play 2 or 3 of these, and you'll bring out Lone Fire when it's destroyed by battle, or you'll bring out another one and then try and crash it, and then use it main phase 2 in your turn if you're scared about the Lone Fire getting beat over. So yeah, it also kind of adds credence to the fact that game 1 they probably shouldn't have used both Lone Fire. Again, we mentioned they had 2 Ferts in hand, but yeah, if you're playing a supplementary engine to cheat out Lone Fire, you probably want to leave one in deck where you can, and game 1 you normally feel like you can. Okay, so probably going to set that. Yeah, sets the UFO Turtle and the Trap Stun. Draws into Greffer on this side. Okay, Greffer's a hell of a pickup. Yeah, Greffer is one hell of a pickup there. Greffer going to come out now. Pitch the Sirocco, dump the Vayu. Yep. Vayu, wow, getting aggressive. Bringing out the Armed Wing now. So Greffer is going to get over the Turtle, and then they should not attack this. Yeah. Yeah, okay, Flashy reads it. Yeah, I was going to say, you don't want to be attacking into the second UFO Turtle. You want to leave this up. Force them to crash. Just don't give them an easy way to Lone Fire. A Lone Fire that survives anyway. And you've actually got the Solemn to stop the combo at some point. So, yeah, they've got Supervise though, so they just needed the Lone Fire. Draws into Heavy Storm now. Yeah, your Trap Stun's good. But if you're going for quite a high commitment line, maybe you would Heavy Storm, right? If you're Spore, I don't know. We've got the problem is we've got total transparency with what's on the field. We've got perfect information, but I'm thinking if I'm in Spore's position and I'm not entirely sure what's down, I think I'm Heavy Storming. I think I'm getting rid of my Trap Stun, just in case it is Solemn or it is MST. Or something that can interrupt the play later. But yeah, let's see it. So they're going to crash their UFO Turtle, bring out Lone Fire. Main phase 2, Lone Fire. Lone Fire for Lone Fire. For Titanial, yeah. I mean, I guess. Yeah, I guess you probably want Titanium Engrave. So yeah, tribute summon for Gigaplant. I thought the play would have been more UFO Turtle for Lone Fire, tribute Lone Fire, or tribute here, but they've decided to put Titanium Engrave, which I think actually is probably right. Gonna Solemn the Gigaplant summon, and I think it's just over, right? So this is Trap Stun. But they've got Armonite Gale next turn. So they're going to set the Supervise. I guess Spore is hoping that 2 back rows forces Flashy to do something to interact with them, even though they're actually both bluffs. So main one now. Yeah, I mean, this has got to be it though, right? Surely. So they've got Greffer to go off. They've got Gale, which is going to special summon. They've got Armonite, normal summon. Yeah, so normal summon Armonite. Dump Plague, probably, right? If you're trying to go for game this turn. Flashy hitting big thinks. Calculating. So yes, dumping the Plague. Yep. Top decking the Brain Con for the Plague. So this is Stardust, yeah. And then Greffa for Sirocco, dump Vayu. Yeah, and this is... well, it could have been Armor Master. But it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter, does it? So this is, yeah. So this is 39 and this is 4,000. So, yeah, it's enough for game. So, Armor Knight in, Greffa in, Armed Wing, and Stardust for game. Yeah, wow. 2 really nice cleanups from Flashy. So, yep, like I said at the start, we knew who won this going into it. But yeah, really good game to watch still. What a cleanup operation Flashy had there in game 2. Just seeing that line, seeing the line, sorry, in game 3, seeing the line in game 2 as well. After, you know, coming back after what was an absolutely huge blowout game 1 versus Gigavise. And Gigavise can do that. I really like the Gigavise deck. I have it. I've bought all the cards. I've played it. It's a lot of fun to play. I guess the problem is, and we've seen it in games 2 and 3 here, eventually you're going to brick. It's why it's more impressive that Spore has taken this all the way up to top 4. You know, it is such a difficult deck to consistently do well with. You can see they're playing some kind of supplementary engine as well to get the Lone Fire out to try and make it more consistent, but it's just not always that effective. Especially if you're just drawing like the brick hands. I mean, drawing 2 Gigaplant is diabolical. So they were never intending to win this game, but that's yeah, it's really unfortunate to see. But it is going to happen at some point in a tournament with 7 or 8 rounds of Swiss and then a top cut. And unfortunately, it just happened to take place back to back here for Spore. So yeah, deck not working with them games 2 and 3, but boy did it work with them for game 1. And then on this side, Flashy, yeah, I mean, what is there to say? I don't think we spotted any real errors. Played really well all the way through. Some really good Vayu lines that we saw there. Stuff that like not everyone will see. They're doing stuff that not everyone will see immediately. It definitely took me a bit of like foresight and really kind of thinking about what's there to see some of the lines that they were going to go for. And yeah, they played it out beautifully. I mean, look at it, able to put up 79 damage in this turn, which is just huge, and confident enough to do it into 2 back row after they met the Stardust. This is why Flashy's done so well and moves on to finals in this tournament. And again, the character they have to show to come from a massive blowout game 1 to then go, win 2 matches back to back, especially into like that game 3. I think if I'm in Flashy's position, going in top 4, a lot of pressure, game 3 against Gigavise and they're starting, that's a tough position to be in. Fortunately, they didn't really have the hand that they had game 1. And that's played out to Flashy's benefit, but yeah, it's a really scary position to be in, and I'm glad they were able to get their deck online, get working, and eventually pull it out. So we'll see them again when we cover the finals, but really good match to watch. Gigavise, really good to see at the top table. Vayu, not surprised to see it at the top table, but really good to see it in the hands of a really good pilot, making the most of the deck and helping us all kind of learn the lines that not everyone can see.